No justice. No justice. Mr. Blake, thank you for having me, sir. It's an honor. Growing up in the mountains of North Carolina, I was taught racism. From as young as I can remember, I was told black people are violent. Black people are lazy. Black people are not as smart as white people. I remember my dad told me that black people are too lazy to work, and so they depend on welfare to live, and they sell drugs. 10 minutes after my dad said that to me, a man knocked on the door. I let him in. He handed my dad some money. My dad weighed out some marijuana and a few pills and handed it to that gentleman. And then we went to the store to buy some groceries. We didn't buy groceries with the money that that man just handed my father. It was little yellow, blue, and green food coupons. So my dad is trying to teach me that black people are drug dealers on welfare while my dad was selling drugs out the living room, living on welfare. You see, he would tell me, son, I work very hard. I don't make enough money to provide for you kids, so that's why I sell these drugs. I just love you so much. And these food stamps, well, I pay my taxes, so I earn them. You see, the indoctrination begins at a very young age. We are taught without even knowing it, there are two Americas. Despite marijuana use with the black community and the white community at the same rate, the black community is arrested and convicted at a rate 3 times higher than white America. There are black Americans in prison right now serving 30 and 40-year sentences for marijuana, while corporations are becoming multi-billion-dollar businesses selling marijuana. There are two Americas. If a man broke in my house right now, and I shot that man in the back, albeit in my own house, I could not claim self-defense because I shot him in the back. But a police officer can shoot Jacob Blake in the back 7 times and still be at work. If that's okay with you, we are on different moral platforms. We are on different ethical existences if that's okay with you. There's two Americas. The America I grew up in says if you comply, everything will be okay. Well, for white America, that's true. But black America faces a very different reality. The use of force and the threat of the use of force is actually 4 times higher for police-initiated interactions. The America I grew up in will say, if you stop talking about racism, it'll go away. Well, for white America, that's true. Because as a white American, I don't have to think about my race. I'm not judged by my skin color as soon as a potential employer meets me. As soon as a loan officer meets me. As someone that's coming to appraise my home for sale, don't judge me by my skin color. As a white American, I can completely forget about my race and even racism, so long as nobody talks about it. So then in my world, it won't exist. Well, I've decided enough of that. I'm here to call white America to task. I'm here to tell white America it's time to stand the hell up. Beside our fellow human beings, beside our fellow citizens, and it's time for white America to be part of the solution. I was raised by racists. I was taught how to be racist. So you can quit telling me that racism doesn't exist. You're a damn liar. I was raised in the belly of the beast. I was raised by racists, and now they hate me. I call that a glow up. I'm not here to speak for black America, over black America, at black America. I'm here to speak to and at white America, and I'm screaming, wake the hell up. White supremacy is woven into the very fabric of this country. White supremacy bleeds from every pore of this country. In schools, we have standardized testing, but we don't have standardized resources. We don't have standardized opportunities. In hospitals, a black woman is more likely to die during childbirth at a rate 3 times higher than that of a white woman. In neighborhoods, power plants and dumps are more likely to be put up by a predominantly black neighborhood than a predominantly white neighborhood. At home, 22% of black America lives in poverty, whereas only 9% of white America lives in poverty. White America loves black music, black trends, black culture, but kills black people at a rate 2.87 times higher than that of white people by the police. All of these things will not change unless we tear down, I'm going to say that again, unless we tear down the system of white supremacy that has built them into existence. We cannot fix the current system, for it is not broken. This system is working exactly as it was intended. Passing laws will not change it. You cannot legislate morality. Black America has screamed tirelessly for decades about these injustices, while white America has turned a blind eye and a deaf ear. Well, I'm here to say no more. Change is coming. Revolution is coming. It's time to open your eyes, white America. White people make up nearly 60% of the American population, and the overwhelming majority of them refuse to even admit that racism exists. They think that there's a conspiracy against them by the government with zero evidence, but ignore the obvious systemic racism and oppression against black America that's well documented. Well, I've made it my life's mission to call white America to task. Mr. Blake, Miss Austin, to all the families of victims of police brutality in this country, to all of those of you who wake up every day and deal with the system of white supremacy built to marginalize you, I say to you this one thing: I will stand with you. I will march with you. I will protest with you. I will fight with you. I will use my privilege and my platform to demand that white America stop ignoring this humanitarian crisis happening right here in America. So, white America, this is your choice. Either be part of the solution, or by God, you are the problem. No justice, no peace. Thank you.
Peace, family. So do y'all see excuse me. I'm losing my voice right now, man. That video damn near brought tears to my eyes, man. And just cause it's so truthful. And it's so refreshing to see one of the white brothers talking like this and bringing this type of truth to the masses. I don't know how old this video is. I don't know where it came from. I just happened to, by me being on the type of time I'm on, this videos like this pop up in my algorithm all the time. So I can't give proper credit. But if anybody knows this brother's name or his Instagram or any way to get in contact with him, please, please, please let me know. I consider that brother family. It's the energy, it's the message, it's the mission that he said that he's on, that he's decided to make his life mission. It's people like that, it's energy like that, that I call my soul tribe, my soul family. So we are not genetically related in any way, but that is my soul brother. It's white folks like that that remind me being racist is It's just idiotic. It's white folks like that that remind me we are in a spiritual warfare, not a racist warfare, a mental warfare, a frequency warfare. I oftentimes, I watch a lot of stuff about history, and I'll see a documentary about a Leopold or a movie showing colonization, like Avatar, right? Avatar is pretty much a documentary just showing exactly how our way of life was as a melanated aboriginal people of the planet, 1 and 2, Avatar 1 and 2, and how we was invaded, colonized, all for resources, etc., etc. I see movies like this, documentaries like this, and I get so angry, knowing that that's what the enemy wants for me to be upset like this, right? But I can't help it because of the love and the passion that I have for my people. And I oftentimes see these type of forms of entertainment, and I'll be like, man, I hate white people so much, right? But that's part of the illusion. That's part of the trap and the trick to make me feel that way. And then I turn around and I see a brother like this that gets it, that understands that we have all been manipulated. Now, I was originally going to call this video Wake Up White America, right? But then that'll still be playing into the trick, right? Because it's not just white America that needs to wake up, because believe it or not, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And it's a lot of my own people that feel that way, that has been brainwashed as well to believe that they are nothing more than drug dealers. Really believe that. That's why you have this whole rap drill movement and music the way it is now, because too many of our young brothers and sisters really believe that that's what being a real nigga, a real brother, a real sister is. It's being a street dude, a ratchet chick, city girl. A lot of people believe that that's what's being a real brother or a real sister, being a real black person is all about. So many of us are fell victim to the trap, the illusion. I'm doing my best, family. I'm doing my best, man, to try to get people to see the lies, man. I said every video. My second video, the second video I did, man, when I started this whole thing, was talking about police brutality. So I've been on this for a minute. I've been saying EIE for a minute, because enough is enough. If you take nothing away from this video, man, or what that brother said, I'm trying my best, man, to get y'all to see. You ain't got to be on what I'm on, but you got to see we have been manipulated, y'all, mentally. Please, please understand that, family. This man said his father told him black people was lazy, drug dealers, and violent. But it's not the reason, partially the reason why slavery even existed, so they say, because their people couldn't handle being in the sun, and they needed to make money or trade or whatever they needed to do. They couldn't handle the work, the labor, the sun, so they enslaved us, right? Allegedly, right? Because they was too lazy and couldn't handle it. How did they enslave us? Very violently. Leopold cut the hands off of children to make a point. Our people didn't have access to planes and all these things to bring the drugs into America. How do we get it? So do y'all see the irony? Do y'all see the manipulation? Do y'all see the trickery? And this is what a lot of white Americans are raised and grow up believing. And it's trickled on down to us. The nerve of that man's father to say those things while doing those things, man. This man, I don't get it, man. And if we all so similar, y'all, we gotta start asking why. Because they'll tell us, oh, we're all the same, we're all one human race. Well, if that's the case, why do you hate us so much? Why do we have the differences that this man just mentioned? Right? But we all the same. That's because the melanated man and woman are the aboriginal people of this planet. Why are they trying so hard to kill us? Why are they trying so hard to incarcerate us? Why? There's nobody thinking about that. But they turn around and tell us we all the same. But we get treated so differently. They're on a mass mission to eliminate us. Are we not seeing this? That's why I say I'm just letting other people, taking other people's videos and just adding it to my message. If I resonate with it, any video that I put on my platform that I'm not on there talking, better believe I resonate with that message 100%. You might as well pretend like I'm saying it. But I'm tired of talking because I don't get how people don't get it. Family, I'm about to wrap it up because I ain't want to make this too long, man. I made it longer than I wanted to. I really did. But I'm trying to figure it out, man. How people don't get it. I'm trying to do my best to spark the brain. That's all I've ever tried to do from the start of my YouTube channel, man. Is spark the brain, get you to start thinking and start asking questions. Why? And I'm gonna end with this. It's like this brother just said. You either gonna be a part of the solution or you're gonna continue to be a part of the problem. And being a part of the problem is ignoring the facts. Turning a blind eye to what's going on, saying and doing nothing to make a change. So ask yourself, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? Peace, love, enlightenment, elevation, and gratitude, family.